Part 274. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2731. Chapter 2731. We have to take wedding photos. Well, so you don't have to worry. Yessie touched her head. Even if she really has some great status, this is Yunchinj, where the Mo family's power lies, and she can't do any tricks here. Mom. Chiao Mian felt much relieved after hearing what he said, but she was still a little worried when she remembered that Mo was still interacting with Tanya. Mo trusts Tanya so much now. I'm afraid that Tanya will use her to deal with other people in the Mo family. This is indeed a difficult problem. Because Mo Yessie also frowned. Mo left the Mo house after having a big quarrel with Mo Yunchin that night. Until now, I have never been back. If Mo's original character was to be followed, she probably wouldn't have been able to hold on for so long. But this time, she could not go home for several months. The fact that she has persisted for so long probably has something to do with Tanya. Chiao Mian was afraid that Mo would be brainwashed by Tanya, and even her own family would be tricked by that time. After Mo Yessie was silent for a moment, he said, "Mom, I'll go talk to her tomorrow." Chiao Mian nodded. Having Mo Yessie or Mo Shixio talk to Mo is the best solution. If after talking, Mo still refuses to listen to them and still insists on having contact with Tanya, then there is nothing we can do. By the way, I called Sister Xie today and asked her to take a new job for me, Chiao Mian said, while glancing at Mo Yessie's face, and saw that Mo Yessie's face was still the same as usual, and he didn't show any discomfort. After being happy, he continued, Sister Xie said that she has accepted 2 commercials for me and will go to F City to shoot in 2 days. It may take 3 or 4 days to shoot there. F City is not far from Yunchinj. Mo Yessie saw Chiao Mian's cautious look, as if he was afraid that he would be angry, so he curled his lips and said softly in a low voice, "It just so happens that I will be free in 2 days. Give me some time and I'll send you there then." "You give me? Well, I'll see you off. I'll stay in F City for 1 day and then return to Yunchinj. I'll pick you up after your work there is over." "Wouldn't this be troublesome? You don't have to go out of your way to pick me up. It's a 2-hour flight. You can just pick me up at the airport." "It's no trouble." Her hair was soft, and Mo Yessie couldn't help but touch it a few more times. "I'm going to pick up my wife." "What's the trouble? Or do you not want me to pick you up?" "No," Chiao Mian said immediately, "if you can spare time, if you don't mind the trouble, you can take it if you want. After you finish filming the commercial, take a few days off and don't take on another job right away." "Yes, I know." Chiao Mian nodded obediently. "I will take a few days off and stay with you at home." "I'm not asking you to stay with me at home." Mo Yessie chuckled and looked at her lovingly. "Baby, before the wedding, we have to take wedding photos." "Wedding photos?" Chiao Mian was stunned. "We haven't taken wedding photos yet, and I haven't formally proposed to you yet. I said, we have to have all the necessary ceremonies. What we didn't have before, we have to make up for it now." Mo Yessie's eyes were deep. He stared at her deeply. The deep sea in his eyes seemed to her "I can't let you just follow me. If I don't give you these basic rituals, others will say that I don't value you in the future." End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2732. Chapter 2732. You are so rich and willful. I didn't give it to you before because I promised you not to make our relationship public for the time being. Now we don't need to hide our relationship from anyone anymore. Chiao Mian was stunned for a while. Mo Yessie had told her before that they would hold a wedding after she finished filming the movie. She almost forgot such an important thing. Although Chiao Mian almost forgot about the wedding, it didn't mean that she didn't value it. Speaking of which, she and Mo Yessi had already confirmed that they were husband and wife. But she was still looking forward to their wedding. It should be said that every girl is looking forward to her wedding. She will imagine what her wedding will be like and what she will be like on the wedding day. Asterisk. After Chiao Mian returned to work, she quickly got into work mode. Linda accepted an advertisement for her skincare products and an advertisement for watches. Both brands were first-line brands, and the spokespersons they had previously appointed were all big-name and veteran celebrities. Logically speaking, although Chiao Mian is very popular now and is a first-line artist, her qualifications are still too young, so it is not easy for these two advertising endorsements to fall on her. But in addition to being a first-line artist, she also has two other identities. One is the daughter of the Bai family. One is the second young lady of the Mo family. These two endorsement brands have had some cooperation with Baishi and Moshi before, so when signing new spokespersons for the new season, Chiao Mian was the first one that came to mind. On the one hand, Chiao Mian is currently very popular and her sales ability must be very good. Signing her can drive brand sales. On the other hand, it is also a good idea to sell both Bai and Mo to facilitate other cooperation in the future. You must know that these two companies are big-name companies in Yunqing. Asterisk. Chiao Mian told Linda that Mo Yessi would send her to F City. After hearing this, Linda first expressed her envy and hatred, and then asked, "Then I will book an extra first-class ticket here? Or you and Mr. Mo will not come with us, and you two will go to F City by yourself?" "I haven't asked him yet, just wait a moment and I'll ask him." Chiao Mian sent a WeChat message to Mo Yessi and asked him about this matter. "Chiao Mian, Sister Xia asked me just now, should we go with them or alone?" Mo Yessi replied quickly and simply, with just 3 words, "Let's get together." Chiao Mian, should we book the flight here, or let her book it there? Mo Yessi, no need to order. Chiao Mian. Mo Yessi quickly sent another WeChat message, there is a special plane. Chiao Mian. Mo Yessi, what's wrong? Chiao Mian, it's only 2 hours. Do I need to take a special flight? Won't you waste gas money? Mo Yessi, what does it have to do with time? Wouldn't it be nice to take a private plane? Chiao Mian. Of course it's better to take a private plane, it's big and spacious, it has everything inside, and you'll enjoy super 5-star treatment throughout the entire journey. When she flew back from country Y, she took a special plane. She didn't feel uncomfortable at all during the 10-hour flight. After all, eat well, drink well, and rest well. After a while, Chiao Mian told Linda Mo Yessi's decision. Over there, Linda was silent for a full 2 minutes. When Chiao Mian thought she was disconnected, she sighed leisurely, "Mr. Mo is really rich and willful." Asterisk. The day of travel has arrived. Linda was sitting on the ultra-luxurious plane, enjoying the steak cooked by an international chef, sipping a bottle of red wine worth hundreds of thousands, and looking at the various fruit snacks piled on the table. She couldn't help but I just posted a photo on Weibo. Call me Miss Linda, it's not like I've never flown on a special plane before, but this is the first time I've flown on such a luxurious plane. In my lifetime, I followed Mr. Mo to sit on the special plane of her family. Mr. Mo, at this moment, I just wanted to say something silently, poverty has limited my imagination. With money, I can really be willful. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2733. Chapter 2733 Bitch, Shameless. Linda's Weibo post was posted, and soon eagle-eyed netizens discovered that in the lower right corner of the photo, Xiao Mian and Mo Yesi were also in the frame. Generally, you can't find it unless you enlarge the photo. But if you are more careful and click on the photo larger, you can see that Xiao Mian and Mo Yesi are sitting opposite Linda and closer to the front. In the photo, Mo Yesi seems to be holding something in his hand and feeding Xiao Mian. The handsome and noble man looked down at Xiao Mian with eyes that were both gentle and doting. Netizens cried out that the dog was being abused. I just enlarged the photo and saw it do. Xiao Mian and Mo Yesi usually get along like this, it's too sweet. I advise all sisters not to enlarge the photo casually, otherwise you will not know how you were abused. Of course, if you like to eat dog food, just pretend that I didn't tell you. Wow, it's so sweet. And the way Mo Yesi looks at Xiao Mian is so doting. They say you can't hide the look in your eyes when you like someone. I believe it. I feel like Mo Yesi really likes him. I like Xiao Mian. They have a very good relationship. Have you ever seen any scandals about Mo Yesi's affair with a woman? I have a friend who works at Mo's and told me that Mo Yesi is very good to Xiao Mian. Every time Xiao Mian goes to Mo's house, Mo Yesi will ask his secretary to prepare her favorite snacks in advance. If it wasn't because she likes them very much, would he be able to take her into consideration like this? I heard that this time it was because Xiao Mian was going to F City to shoot a commercial, and Mo Yesi sent her there specially. Ah, I envy Xiao Mian so much. Not only is her husband extremely rich, he is also very handsome. He is so kind to her, what a wonderful husband he is. There are so many female stars in the entertainment industry who have married into wealthy families, and she is definitely the best one. I also think Xiao Mian is the best married among all the female artists who have married into wealthy families. However, in addition to being a female star, she is also the daughter of a wealthy family. She is also a well-matched candidate for marrying Mo Yesi. She is a good match for those who married into wealthy families. It's different for a female celebrity who just lowers her profile to please her husband's family. Asterisk. At this moment, on a plane flying to Yuncheng. Before the plane took off, in the first-class cabin, a woman wearing sunglasses, curly hair, and clothes was sitting next to the window. She lowered her head and looked at her phone. The page displayed on the screen was the Weibo page. Her eyes stayed on the hot topic that had just been written on one side. Hashtag by the agent pose Mo Yesi's special plane hashtag. Hashtag Ikea Mian Moise show affection hashtag. The woman stared at these two hot searches for a long time, and the breath on her body suddenly became cold. Even the man sitting next to her felt something strange about her. He turned his head to look at her and asked, "What's wrong? What are you looking at?" The woman said nothing, pursed her lips, and clicked on the second hot search. After a while, she threw the phone aside angrily, gritted her teeth and cursed in a low voice, "Bitch, shameless. Who are you scolding? Okay, why did you smash your phone?" The man next to her looked at her inexplicable behavior. He reached out and picked up the phone she threw on the seat. After opening the screen, he saw what she had just said. "I saw that Weibo post." A few more seconds passed. After reading Weibo, the man's face became colder. He clenched his phone, took a deep breath, and threw it to the woman next to him. "Why are you scolding Mian? End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2734. Chapter 2734. Even if I know she is fake. He clenched his phone, took a deep breath, and threw it to the woman next to him. "Why are you scolding Mian? Do you feel bad when you see that she is doing well now? I thought you stayed out for so long. After so much experience, I should be much more mature and sensible than before. I didn't expect you to be so restless." I don't feel good in my heart. The woman beside him seemed to be stimulated by his words. She turned her head suddenly, looked at him with half-lidded eyes and sneered, "Suzy, is it that I don't feel good in my heart, or are you more interested? Isn't it a taste? Do you think I don't know that you haven't given up on Xiao Mian yet? I'm afraid you feel very uncomfortable seeing her loving relationship with other men on the news all day long. Xiao Angzhen, you." The man's face darkened. "My name is Zhang Xinyu, not Xiao Angzhen." The woman next to her took off her sunglasses, revealing a delicate and charming face. She half squinted her eyes and said sternly, "Don't call me by the wrong name again in the future. The person you just mentioned has died in the past. From now on, there will only be the reborn Zhang Xinyu in this world." The man stared at the completely unfamiliar face in front of him, but what came to his mind was her previous appearance. After staring for a moment, he sneered and said, "You look like a different person now. If I hadn't known who you were a long time ago, even I wouldn't have recognized you. I hope your money was not wasted. This time I persuaded the higher UPS to sign you at a high price. If you cannot create considerable benefits for the company, I will be implicated by you. Humph, don't worry, as long as you have enough resources, I will be able to make that money back soon." "I hope so." Suzy glanced at her again, feeling inwardly that the current plastic surgery technology was so powerful. He was obviously the same person, but after all-round plastic surgery, he could look like another person. He and Xiao Angzhen slept together for 2 years. But if he hadn't known about Xiao Angzhen's plastic surgery early on, he would never have imagined that the woman in front of him who looked very similar to Xiao Mian could be the former Xiao Angzhen. Suzy looked at this face that was very similar to Xiao Mian's, and his eyes were confused for a few seconds. Ever since Xiao Angzhen had plastic surgery, even if she knew who she was, Suzy would still be fascinated by this face many times. Because Xiao Angzhen and Xiao Mian after plastic surgery are so similar. She had it done just like Xiao Mian. Although she is still not as beautiful as Xiao Mian, nor does she have Xiao Mian's temperament, she can only be regarded as a high imitation. But it still looks good. She is much prettier than before. Suzy hated the former Xiao Angzhen. Because if it weren't for Xiao Angzhen's deception, he wouldn't have broken up with Xiao Mian. Every time he thought about this, he especially hated Xiao Angzhen. But now, looking at this face, Suzy couldn't help but feel disgusted. Even if you know she is fake. Xiao Angzhen raised her eyes and met Suzy's confused eyes. There was a mocking yet understanding smile in her eyes, and she raised her hand to touch Suzy's face. "Suzy, do you think I look good now? Do you like my face?" Her voice was charming, with a hint of sweetness. Even the sounds are somewhat similar. Suzy was stunned for a moment. He originally wanted to mock her out loud, but facing her face, he couldn't say anything sarcastic. End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2735. Chapter 2735. Do you like it here? Xiao Angzhen smiled again. "Does my face now look very similar to Xiao Mian's? I know even if you don't speak, you like my face. Your eyes have said everything. Suzy, you are obsessed with my face, right?" Suzy was a little annoyed when she said it right. He turned away and didn't look at her again, but couldn't help but sneered coldly. "So what? No matter how similar it is, it's still fake. Stop being so sentimental. I'm sorry for you, I'm not interested in any high-quality imitations." "Haha, high imitation." Xiao Angzhen was irritated by the statement, gritted his teeth and sneered, "Then you were just fascinated by my high imitation. If you are really not interested, just stare at me like that. What are you doing for a long time? Suzy, don't think you are so great. Neither of us is nobler than the other now. You look down on me, but do you think others can look up to you? Do you think you are still the same glamorous person as before, and that people will treat you no matter where you go? The amiable young master of the Suk family. Don't forget, the Suk family has been acquired by the Mo family a long time ago. You are still working for the crown prince of the Gong family, relying on him to give you a bite of food. Suzi's face turned livid with anger, and he turned his head and glared at her. You. What am I saying? Did I say something wrong? Qiao Angzhen was not afraid of him at all. With a sarcastic smile on her lips, she continued to add fuel to the fire. Suzi, look at the people who have surrounded you since you fell into despair among the people around you. Who else is willing to continue to associate with you? It's just me. Qiao Angzhen didn't seem to notice Suzi's increasingly ugly expression. She moved her lips closer to him, and her breath sprayed onto his face. Looking at Suzi's eyes that gradually became obsessed again, there was a look of pride in his eyes. Suzi, I am the only one by your side now. So no one of us should look down on the other. Now we are in the same boat. Only by working together well will everyone get better and better in the future. Her hands touched Suzi's gentle and handsome face little by little, with a charming smile. I need you to praise me, I want to take back everything that once belonged to me. Including, the man who made her think about her day and night, and who she still can't forget. Asterisk. Qiao Mian stayed in F City for 3 days. After filming the commercial, she flew back to Yunqing. She had promised Mo Yesi before that she would spare a few days to take wedding photos. After going home and resting for a day to refresh herself, Mo Yesi flew abroad with her. The place where the wedding photos were taken was chosen by Mo Yesi. The filming location is on a very beautiful island. The beautiful decoration on the island is as dreamy and beautiful as a fairy tale world, which can satisfy all the girlish hearts of Qiao Mian. Mo Yesi, this place is so beautiful. There is also a white castle on the island. Qiao Mian stood on the highest floor of the castle and looked down. It was just when the sun was setting. The sky seemed to be on fire. The orange-red sky was reflected in the sea. Looking from a distance, the sea also seemed to be on fire. The sea wind blew up, bringing some damp breath to her face. Behind her, the man's warm and strong chest pressed against hers, and his arms gently wrapped around her slender waist. His deep and sultry voice blew into her ears along with the sea breeze. Baby, do you like it here? Yeah, I like it. Qiao Mian's eyes were bright and full of surprise. This place is so beautiful, I like it so much. Mo Yesi, how do you know this place? End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2736. Chapter 2736, Macao Island. The man behind him chuckled, I knew you would like it. Baby, if you like it, can I give you this island? Give it to me. Qiao Mian was a little frightened. She turned her head and looked at the man behind her with wide eyes. What does this mean? Of course it means literally. Mo Yesi lowered his head and rubbed her forehead gently. Originally, this island was bought for you. Didn't you say that you like places near the sea? This small island is surrounded by the sea. No matter which direction you look, you can see the sea you like. And this castle, I remember you also said that you like the castle. Everything here is decorated according to your preferences. Of course, the current facilities are not complete yet, I just let people decorate them initially. From now on, you will be the mistress of this island. Whatever you like and add to it is up to you. Qiao Mian saw that he was not joking at all, and after a moment, she murmured in a dreamy voice, have you bought this island? You want to give me this island? Mo Yesi looked at her as if she was stupid, with a dull expression on his face, reached out and pinched her face, and said with a low laugh, "Why, don't you like it? I'll give you this island, don't you, happy?" "No, I like it very much," Jiao Mian murmured, "I'm also very happy. It's just that I was too surprised." "Huh, what are you surprised about? I never thought that you would give me an island." Such a beautiful island. Jiao Mian felt like she was in a dream, it was so unreal. "Mo Yesi, you really gave me this small island. The island was given to me." Mo Yesi said amusedly, "Am I lying? Or do you think your husband can't even afford an island? Then I will be the owner of this island. Will this island belong to me?" It is the first time in her life that she has received such a special gift. This is more expensive than any expensive jewelry, mansion, or car she has received. I also want to surprise her. This is an island. From now on, the entire island belongs to her, Jiao Mian. This is too cool. Seeing how happy she was, Mo Yesi raised his lips happily and said, "Well, you will be the owner of this island from now on. You can give this island a name." "Can I have any name?" "Certainly." "Then let me think about it." Jiao Mian looked excited, tilted her head and thought for a while, then tugged on his sleeves, raised her head and looked at him with bright eyes and said, "How about calling it Mo Jiao Island?" Mo Jiao Island. Mo Yesi instantly understood the meaning of the name. The man's eyes seemed to be filled with starlight, and his deep eyes as dark as ink stared at the little woman in his arms affectionately and tenderly. "Okay, this island will be called Makiao Island from now on. Mo Yesi, can we stay on Makiao Island for a few more days?" "Sure. Can we come to this island and stay for a few days every year from now on?" "Of course, this is the island I bought for you to vacation on. I want to plant a large field of tulips on the island, is that okay? You can grow whatever you want, this is your island, you have the final say. Then create an orchard and a vegetable garden. When we come here in the future, we can still eat fresh fruits and vegetables." "Good." Asterisk. After Jiao Mian and Mo Yesi took their wedding photos, they stayed on Makiao Island for a few more days. A week later, the two returned to Yunchinj. End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2737. Chapter 2737. This is a bit ambiguous. Just after she returned, Linda accepted another variety show for her, saying it would be filmed in Sea City, a 3-hour drive from Yunchinj. The shooting time this time was not long, only half a month. And Jeanbo and Chinhan will also be attending this variety show. Just now Linda told Jiao Mian about this matter. Zanbo asked her on WeChat. "Master Jean will take you flying, Xiao. My agent told me that you will also participate in this variety show, My Intern Parents. Is it true?" My Internship Parents is a variety show with a parent-child theme. As the name implies, the program team invites several pairs of guests in each episode, and then assigns a child to each pair of male and female guests, so that the guests can take on the responsibility of temporary parents and take good care of the children. Each pair of intern parents will receive some tasks, and then the performance of the tasks will be scored by a panel of judges composed of other artists invited by the program team. The group with the highest group will receive a reward, while the group with the lowest group will be rewarded. Receive punishment. My Intern Parents has been filmed for several episodes, and the ratings of each episode are very good. Hence, the guests invited to the show are all very popular artists at the moment. Jiao Mian has watched this variety show before. This kind of parent-child themed variety show mainly creates a sense of warmth and happiness in the family. The focus is on how parents and children get along and communicate. It is very ambiguity rarely occurs. For Jiao Mian, who has been preparing for pregnancy for a while, This kind of program can really let her experience what life will be like after having a baby. By the time she finished participating in this program, she must have had some experience in raising children. If she had her own baby in the future, she would not be in a hurry and not know where to start raising the child. Xiao Mian felt that it was really necessary for her to participate in this variety show. So she agreed without discussing it with Mo Yesi. After seeing the WeChat message sent by Zanbo, she replied, "Yes, it's true. Sister Xie told me that you would go too. Master Jean will take you flying. I didn't really want to go at first, but since you want to go, I'll go too." Xiao Mian, what does it have to do with me? What you said makes it sound like if I don't go, you won't go either. Master Jean will take you flying, that's right. If it weren't for you going too, I definitely wouldn't go. This is a bit ambiguous. Fortunately, Mo Yesi was not by her side and did not see these words, otherwise the jealous man would definitely get jealous again. Then she had to coax her for a long time. "Xiao Mian, if I don't go, you won't go? Do you want me to go to your last variety show? I didn't go to any of the variety shows you appeared on before, so why did you still go? Master Jean will take you flying, this time is different. You know, which female artist my agent dislikes the most is me trying to get a deal. This kind of parent-child program will definitely require a temporary pair of parents. The other female artists invited this time are all single. I will definitely form a team with them." "Risky. But you are married. If we form a team with you, it is impossible for anyone to fire our CP." Xiao Mian. It turned out that she was used to avoid risks. "Master Jean will take you flying, of course, it's not all because of this reason. It won't be so boring if we have acquaintances, and we can play black together again. Let me tell you, my jungle skills have skyrocketed now, and I will definitely be able to help you fly by then." End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2738. Chapter 2738. It's better for her to keep a low profile. Xiao Mian thought about his previous foot-picking operation and was very doubtful about it. Technology has skyrocketed. You sure? It won't be another fierce operation. Just look at the record of 0-5-0. Master Jean will take you flying. You can doubt my personality, but you cannot doubt my skills. Come on, go online now and watch me show you what high-end operations are. Xiao Mian ignored him and replied to him casually, then sent a WeChat message to Linda, asking Linda to send her some detailed information about my internship parents that she was going to attend in a few days. She learned from Linda that the variety show she participated in this time was unscripted. Different from the previous one. It is actually much simpler to record scripted variety shows. If you don't have a script, you have to rely on your own performance. This kind of performance that relies entirely on one's own performance can easily expose the artist's true private side. This situation has both good and bad aspects. On the bright side, some artists can gain points by relying on their true character. The bad side is that some artists will ruin their popularity with passers-by. Xiao Mian knew that in one episode, an artist who had always had good reviews lost a lot of fans after appearing on the show, and also lost some good resources as a result. So netizens call the variety show My Intern Parents the Demon Mirror. Asterisk. When Mo Yesi came back from get off work, Xiao Mian told him that he was going to participate in My Internship Parents in a few days. After Mo Yesi learned that My Internship Parents is a parent-child variety show without any ambiguous links, he felt relieved and agreed to Xiao Mian's participation. "When are you going to go specifically?" I asked Wei Zheng to clear up his schedule for that day in advance, and I will send you there. You don't have to send me off, it's only a 3-hour drive and what, Mo Yesi changed into grey home clothes and walked out of the dressing room. He walked up behind Xiao Mian and pulled her into his arms. It's just because it's not far away, so I'll send you there, also convenient. It's a good time to go see what the environment is like in the place where the program was recorded. If it's still similar to the place you went to last time, then stop recording and just go back with me. Mo Yesi frowned when he thought of the small village Xiao Mian went to last time. There is no way he would let Xiao Mian record a program in a place where no one shits. It wasn't in the village, it was recorded in city C. Xiao Mian also had a shadow of the mountain village she had been to before, so she specifically asked Linda where the program was recorded. If it was a very remote place, she would don't dare to go. The reason why she didn't want Mo Yesi to send her to City C was because the way of recording the program this time was a little different. In the past, I would record part of it first, then edit it and play it out. This time, it will be live broadcast simultaneously on Weibo. Xiao Mian felt that other artists went there by themselves, and if she asked Mo Yesi to send them off, netizens would definitely say that she was deliberately showing affection or something. It would be better for her to keep a low profile. Furthermore, she felt that with Mo Yesi's character, he definitely didn't like to be photographed for a long time. Then why don't you let me see you off? Mo Yesi lowered his head and smelled the fragrance in her hair, and asked a little distractedly, before, I was afraid that others would know about our relationship. What is there to be afraid of now? Because Xiao Mian opened her mouth and was about to tell him the reason. But she felt warm breath spilling into her ear. The man's deep voice became a little hoarse. His warm lips were almost close to her earlobe, and he whispered in her ear, have you taken a bath? He smells so good. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2739. Chapter 2739. Chapter 2739 is related to the royal family of King F. Xiao Mian. They are an old married couple, so she would not understand such a hint. She nodded, well, I just took a shower. No wonder it smells so good. The thin lips next to her ear slowly moved down, with a burning warmth. Mo Yesi. Xiao Mian's ears softened, and her voice became softer, you haven't taken a shower yet. Yeah, the man responded in a low voice. The next second, Xiao Mian was hugged horizontally. Her body swayed, and she hurriedly reached out and hooked Mo Yesi's neck. Mo Yesi turned around with her in his arms and strode towards the bathroom. Xiao Mian was carried to the bathroom door by him. Mo Yesi, we haven't had dinner yet, we. Asterisk. Mo Yesi asked the maid to bring dinner to the bedroom. Are you sleepy? If you're sleepy, go to sleep first. Beside the bed, Mo Yesi, who was wearing a black bathrobe, looked very energetic. There was no trace of sleepiness on his handsome face. He saw that Xiao Mian was so sleepy that he couldn't even open his eyes. He opened it, reached out to touch her head, and pulled the quilt to cover her. Aren't you going to sleep? Xiao Mian was indeed very sleepy, yawning one after another and muttering feebly with half-closed eyes. I have something else to do and I have to go to the study for a while. You go to bed first and I will wait for you to fall asleep before I leave. Oh, okay. I'll go to sleep first then. Xiao Mian was really sleepy. After holding on to her sleepiness and saying a few words to Mo Yesi, her eyes slowly closed uncontrollably. His voice became smaller and smaller, Mo Yesi, then, good night then. Well, good night, baby. Mo Yesi kissed her gently on the forehead, his deep voice was gentle and sultry, go to sleep, have a good sleep, and have a good dream. Asterisk. Hunted until Chiao Mian fell asleep, Mo Yesi straightened the quilt and covered her with it, then got up and walked out of the bedroom. He walked out of the bedroom and closed the door before answering a call from his subordinate. After the call was connected, a respectful voice came from the other side. "Mr. Mo, the matter you asked me to investigate now has some details." Mo Yesi paused for a moment and said, "Say. We have now identified the main members of the most powerful families in country F. After various exclusions, we can now confirm that the woman named Tanya should be related to the royal family of King F." "Go on." "Yes. A few days ago, when we continued to conduct in-depth investigations, we accidentally obtained a very important piece of information. An actress from country F once attended a birthday dinner for a royal member and treated the royal member at the banquet. Duke Henry sang a song and took photos with Duke Henry and his wife. In that group photo, there is a woman who looks very similar to Tanya. End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 2740. Chapter 2740. Don't even think about escaping unscathed. After arriving in the study, Mo Yesi asked a maid to make her a cup of coffee, then walked to the desk and sat down in a hurry. "Who is that woman?" "She is Duke Henry's wife. I heard that she used to be a maid who served Duke Henry, specifically taking care of Duke Henry's daily life. Later, half a year after the death of Duke Henry's first wife, she married Duke Henry and became a humble servant. The maid suddenly transformed into a noble duchess. She was very favored by Duke Henry. After her marriage, the Duke built a castle and manor specifically for her and gave her countless expensive gifts. However, less than 2 years after she married the Duke became seriously ill and announced on his deathbed that all inheritance is left to her alone. Duke Henry was extremely wealthy, and after inheriting the Duke's estate, she became the youngest and richest woman in the royal family. Although it is not yet completely certain that Tanya is the Duchess, the possibility that they are the same person is very high. If Tanya is the Duchess, the source of the money she used to support the Shen family is very reasonable. And we also found out that the Duchess was not in country F recently." A cold look flashed across Mo Yesi's eyes. After a moment of silence, he said in a deep voice, "Continue to investigate what else she did before becoming Duke Henry's maid." "Yes, Mr. Mo. By the way, Mr. Mo, we found out that the Duchess also has a son, who just turned 3 years old this year. Arrange for someone to keep an eye on her son." "Yes." After a while, end the call. Mo Yesi stood up and walked to the window, looking out the window with deep eyes. Duchess Henry. The Mahist family and the royal family of King F rarely have any contact. One is a prominent family of country A, and the other is the royal family of King F. The two families have always been in harmony with each other. There is no grudge between the Mo family and Duke Henry's family. Based on the information currently investigated, it is almost certain that Tanya is Duchess Henry. If they are really the same person. So, what kind of grudges can Tanya and the Mo family have? She was able to disguise her identity and leave country F, and came to Yunchinj to live for such a long time, which shows that her grievances with the Mo family are not ordinary grievances. This person is indeed very dangerous. But no matter how dangerous it is, he will not let her hurt anyone around him. Even if she is really Duchess Henry. As long as she dared to really take action against the Mo family, she would not be able to escape unscathed. Asterisk. The next day, the official blog of my intern parents announced the invited guests for the next recording program. There are 3 pairs of male and female guests. Except for Chiao Mian, Zhanbo, and Qin Han, the other 3 guests are 2 rising stars and a well-known swimmer. The 2 little flowers are called Su Minor and the other is Hizi. The swimmer's name is Xie Hung. He has won numerous gold medals and is a national treasure level athlete. The most important thing is that Xie Hung is the kind of person who can directly debut as a star, regardless of his appearance or figure. So although he is an athlete, he also has many female fans. Generally speaking, athletes are not allowed to participate in these entertainment variety shows. But for a very popular athlete like Sehung, he has a mission to participate in variety shows. While appearing on the show to increase his popularity, he can also help promote the GJ swimming team, so he is allowed to participate in some variety shows. After the guest list came out, the response in the comment area was very enthusiastic. Wow, Zanvo will also go there, then I have to watch this issue. There is Chinhan. The program team is so awesome that they can invite Chinhan. I thought Chinhan would not participate in these variety shows. End of this chapter.